The other thing that you need to do is establish your author brand. So before you do any of this stuff, I want you all to think about your author brand. Anyone write horror in here? No? Maybe? Yeah? Horror? Okay, romance. Anyone write romance? Yeah, excellent. Okay, some examples there. Now, if I go to your website versus your website, am I going to see something different? Yeah, I should do, right? If I like reading horror and I go to a website and I see, I'm not saying you have fluffy bunnies, sir, but if you have fluffy bunnies on your site, I'm not going to, unless it's got a knife stabbing through it, I'm not going to expect a horror book, okay? So before you do all of these things, when we talk about blogs, we talk about Twitter, we talk about all this stuff, you've got to decide what your brand is and what you're aiming to give, what you're aiming to portray to your audience who find you. Because on the internet, people do find you. This is the exciting thing, okay? So I started my Twitter account, my blog about a year ago, my Twitter account just under a year ago, and now my global reach is more than 15,000 people, which is very exciting for me, and has made a huge difference to my book sales, my income, and speaking opportunities, all of these different things that have all come from branding and then putting it out there and being honest and open. And that's one of the keys as well. So decide what you want to show the world, and then that's how you do it. Okay. So and I guess some of you are thinking, well, but I want to write a horror novel and a romance novel. What do I do then? Okay, so you have a couple of choices if you want to do that. But you really are building around an author brand, okay? So you as a person. So I've got thecreativepen.com, which is my blog on my website. I've also got joannapen.com, which currently goes to the same place. But as I grow my novels and my books and things like that, I'll expand my web presence. So you've got to start somewhere. That's excellent. Okay, well what I suggest you do, if you're like Kasia, you don't really know how you want to start this, go look at authors who you already like. So in horror, I'd go and see Scott Sigler. I don't know if you read Scott Sigler, but he's fantastic. He's an author who's got a podcast. Podcasts are basically like serialized interviews or books over the internet, like the old radio shows. You just download them, and I'm going to give you some of those resources afterwards. But he basically started podcasting his short stories, his horror books, and then he got a book deal, and now he's a New York Times best-selling author. So you want to follow Scott Sigler, right? Exactly. So go and check out some of the authors that you like and copy them, or we should say model them. I think that would be the better word, okay? So decide what you like about how they have built their brand. Obviously Scott Sigler has blood kind of pouring down his screen, and he uses nasty words and nasty images and has warnings, this is not for children, that type of thing. Are there any children's authors in here? Okay, quite a few. Now you guys, obviously, if you're writing for younger kids, you need to have a clean website that parents think is attractive. So if you write children's books and erotica on the side, then you probably want to have two websites, one of which represents your children's brand and one represents your erotica brand, okay? So just have a think about those types of things. For you people writing kids' books, go to twittermoms.com. The Twitter Mums, massively powerful group on Twitter who buy a lot of books for children and recommend books. So that's moms spelled like American M-O-M-S.